Lost in this hazy room, the darkness surrounds. Pulsating beats electrify the ground. I feel the energy, it's flowing through my veins.
Hello, it's April with the Phoenix Collective, a group of like-minded individuals dedicated to the process of self-ascension, personal growth, balancing out our duality, and navigating the light and the dark on this earth, and in connection with the 5D and the 4D. We're lifting the consciousness to a higher vibration by rediscovering who we are authentically, right? And you know, that all starts with stability and balancing our chakras. And then that's a process, for me, it started at the root chakra and went up, right? First was creating that stability in my life, right? A place where I feel safe and secure and can really connect back in with all of those things you need to feel secure and become prosperous, right? And then we tap into that sacral energy. That's that wands energy that hits us with our purpose, right? And then we're able to move forward in that sacral energy as we get our confidence and connect back into that self-love that's needed to bring that forward and speak clearly and honestly, truth tellers, truth speakers with the throat chakra, everything that is being downloaded from the 5D and seeing the world accurately with that gift of illumination for what it truly is, right? We're guided by our intuition, not overtaken by our feelings and reacting out of our subconscious. That's the shit that's unseen, right? That's trauma, that's patterns, that's programming. That's all the bullshit that we acquire when we're born that kind of lead us astray, because we get a little bit of amnesia when we're incarnated. We forget who we truly are. So then we take this journey back to discover and wake up, and that's kind of finding that Christ consciousness within ourselves, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So again, my name is April. I am an intuitive and a tarot card reader. I read cards in 5 different positions. I've done a pre-shuffle here, first just to give me the overall energy of the reading today. And this is going to be a good one, guys. All right. And then I go into the past, and that usually picks up a scenario or a personal traits of whoever this reading's for. You can be on either side of the cards too. The energy doesn't discriminate, okay? If you're finding this reading, most likely there's messages in here for you, or you're on one side or the other, the cross watcher or who the cards are for. Okay, so my readings are meant to be high vibrational shit. I'm not going to tell you if your boss knows if you stole a bunch of money, or if your boyfriend knows if you're cheating. I steer away from that kind of low vibrational stuff, but just understand that if people are in your energy, then it might pop up, okay? So a lot of times, like, there are people from your past that are still playing around in your energy. You're heavily on their minds, or they're still manipulating and maneuvering things, or trying to strategize in some way, or, if they're in your energy, the card's going to pick them up, okay? And this is just meant to be a way to help you see that, okay? That's that subconscious, that card that I pull up, that show you what's not seen in the energies around you, and even show you what's hidden in your own subconscious, why you might be acting the way that you are. Okay? Because until we bring those shadows up into the light, we're going to be reacting from them. And we're not even going to be knowing we're doing it. But others around you, especially those with the gift of illumination, can see it from a mile away. So it's highly suggested that you start your shadow work. If you haven't started that yet, time to catch up, guys. It's the age of Aquarius. We're all seeking personal empowerment and betterment, and to help lift the consciousness to a higher vibration. All right? Not playing sick, sad human game shit and just living our life via transactional interactions and trying to climb ladders at other people's expense. Ooh, got a little mush mouthy there. Okay? So then I go into the here and now, and that tells you what's happening, what the situation is, and then the most likely outcome if you stay on the path that you're on. But you know what? If I'm able to pull up the energy, then you're able to change it. We all have free will, personal empowerment, and the ability to quantum leap and quantum jump into our best life. All right. And that's why tarot is so beneficial, because it can show you that and help you become introspective, taking that hermit, that Virgo energy of being self-reflective and making the next right move, correct? That way, we don't have to learn lessons again or dip back around into cycles. We're able to recognize them and stop them so that we may get the rewards of doing so. Because I'm telling you, there are spiritual rewards in evolution. Okay. And as the more you clear out your subconscious and your shadows, the more space that it leaves for you to magnetize the life of your dreams, because it lifts your vibration up to the same level of everything you want. All right. And then we live our best life. This shit's possible. Okay. So let's pull up, let me pull up the cards in the pre-shuffle here. This is the first time I'm using this deck. It's by Angel over at Northern Lights Tarot, and she's amazing. If you haven't checked her out, please do so. I love her cards. They're beautiful. This is Lyra, Divine Power. And it says right under the Lyra, it says the badass soul. Okay. It says here, you're a badass soul that's been in the game for a long time. Big soul blockages are dissolving, and you're reclaiming your true leadership role. You are meant to be a very powerful way shower. Your soul has been through a lot. There's deep soul trauma or wounds that need to be healed. There could be some dark forces around you feeding on your triggers. Okay, so triggers are the interactions that we have with others that make us instantly react, and most likely it's at the wrong time, the wrong place, in front of the wrong people, and it's super uber embarrassing and unbecoming and not interactions that you're proud of. Okay, so this energy of people that want to hold you back from your mission, because as you start to wake up, I'm telling you, it makes you the villain in everybody's story. Okay. And that's just because they're not used to you being there. They're not used to you putting up boundaries. They're not used to you succeeding. And a lot of times your evolution and growth exposes the weaknesses in them. Okay. And that's what I'm kind of picking up on what's happening. And these energies, if you ever like had that thought in your head, and this is just coming to me, and most likely for the people that I'm speaking to today, this is common in your life. Why does everybody always do blah, 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 or blah, 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 right? And most likely it's just an energy that's coming towards you that gets into low vibrational people that are, not quite as evolved as you, or, partaking in drugs and alcohol or nefarious activities, people that haven't done their shadow work, and they're reacting out of this energy that has gotten into their subconscious, right? Because they've claimed it and they don't have a real hold on it, that are coming after you because your success scares them in some way. Maybe you're shedding illumination on nefarious activities of theirs, or they can't control you anymore, or just having you around was beneficial in some way, right? It elevated them. They're cloaking in your energy. As you set yourself free, it scares them. So it just confirmation of that. We've got Nyckel coming up in the 5D, the angel that's around you right now. This is no coincidence. Desire for knowledge protects from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. So Nyckel is combating all of this, and I'm picking up that you're really unbothered by it anyway, because you got a whole lot of badass shit going on, and you're not even aware of people playing in your energy right now. You're just doing your thing. Well, there's people around you that are strategizing in some way. They don't like that you've evolved. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to shuffle the cards. We'll get into the past cards to see if you can claim this reading. I'll be right back. All right, so the first card showing up in the past is the Judgment card. All right, so this card is actually asking you to stop and pause and start. You've gotten yourself balanced and centered, right? And you've cleared out all of the baggage from the past, or you're working on your shadow work. All right, you've worked on that. This card is is the awakening and acceptance of your spiritual gifts. So this card is asking you to stop and start to recognize signs from the universe as they're guiding you. Okay? Now, this is very different than people that use magic and intention to, or strategies of manipulation and such, mind games, success, human bullshit strategies to outwardly try and control people. This is asking you to get in that flow state and start to recognize energy as it comes into your auric field, and that it's a very subtle feeling, but it will guide you on your spiritual awakening and help lead you exactly where you need to be. It's time for you to start accepting your spiritual gifts. Okay, this is very clear from the universe right now. Okay, what that you need to start recognizing that the thoughts and the downloads that are being put into your past is that, we've got that Lyra energy that says that you have all these wounds from the past. Now, when those thoughts and come into your head, it's not meant to be like a validation of your trauma for you to like be like, oh, this happened to me and that's why I act like this. No. It's you've alchemized that. You're transmuting that. You're now understanding from your past wounds how to recognize it in the world around you and help and guide others, and also see the motives of other people as they're coming towards you. Okay, now it's not meant for you to call them out or use that as a way to judge others, because we're only judging ourselves. It's just to help you navigate the light and the dark and understand people, connect to them a little deeper. We're all at different stages of the self-healing journey, and it's not up to you to then go and try and bully and control them. That the art of non-attachment is being fluid with where everybody is around you. You're just meant to heal yourself and to accept this and embody this as a beacon and a source of inspiration and hope for others, which you are. You're badass being a light. You have a divine purpose. This is your divine purpose. Okay? All right. With that being said, I pulled the Three of Cups. Now, this is you're feeling that soul calling for your soul tribe. All right. So this is celebration and successes. If this hasn't happened to you, it will be happening to you. This is past energy. So the people that I'm speaking today have definitely vibed up with the tribe. Okay. And that's where your heart lies. And it's with this tribe that all of your wounding from the past is going to manifest into your superpower. Okay, it's going to become a source of strength and like your badge of honor. Now you're relatable. You can help navigate this and be of service to your tribe. All right, so that confirmation with the South Node. Okay, now the South Node this is again that new deck. It says you're using your skills, this confirmation right here. Yeah, skills, ability, and wisdom gained from past lifetimes in the best way. You're also settling your karma, dealing with emotional baggage. This is just great. It seems you're reliving the past in endless karmic loops. We're stopping that, okay? You need to get out of it. What's the lessons that you've learned? Okay, so we're using our lessons as the magician would. It's a bag of tricks there for you to access, and those are the downloads will flash into your head, and you'll feel it in your intuition and see it clearly with your third eye. You guys, the veil's a lot thinner now. Motives of others are very blatant. It's really hard to hide your character because it's evident. You can't cover up that shit anymore. So get with the 4D, dude. We're pushing into 5D now, all right? It's time to get with it, okay? So if you're not striving to better yourself, you're going to get lost and you're going to vibe out of there. You're going to lose a lot of good people in your life, okay? But Yeah, so if this feels like your energy, this reading is for you. If you're vibing with your tribe and you're kind of fresh off the boat of, just healing from personal traumas, but finding it as your superpower, this reading's for you. Okay, so put your cape on and let's go into the subconscious. I'll be right back. All right, so in the past, again, we're Nykel is here protecting you guys from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. So this is just confirmation that you are being blocked right now. Blocked. He is blocking manipulation and conflict, and all that is arising outside of yourself. And I'm telling you, you're unbothered from it. I don't pick up any concern from you in any of this energy so far. I see you vibing with your tribe. I see you, evolving and doing your shadow work. I see you actually just pushing out of a time of really intense healing. So everything is really like on the up and up for you. You've had a little bit of delays in that has just been divine timing sorting it out, but everything is evening back out, right? So this is your prosperity is coming. You're getting just as much as you're putting out right now, okay? And we've got the fifth house, which is just amazing energy right here all day long. This is Sagittarius energy. Is it Sagittarius energy? Well, fifth house is it's the strength card. It's Leo energy, actually. And then the sun card, which is all about inner child and authenticity and self-expression and just happiness, right? It's family, it's romance, fun, creativity, hobbies, self-expression, good fortune, fertility, children. It's all the good shit in life. That's what you're focused on, and that's what's coming at you. And your vibration is lifting. So which is why Nykel is guarding it with your life. Once you answer that call, you guys, and listen to me. Once you get serious with your shadow work and you lift your vibration and you answer the call, right? When everything you do is with integrity and you're only putting good out there, Spirit's got your back. You vibrate up so high that all of that negative, nefarious, like low vibing shit can't even touch you. And I'm telling you, and you don't even feel this in your energy because it's just not on the same frequency as you anymore. But Spirit's wanting you to know that there is some things happening because there is some balancing of the Libran scales right now, okay? And so there's a lot of resolve in the collective of past. So there's a lot of past life trauma being brought up here too. So that with the South Node and with Lyra, which is all beneficial stuff. All of those lessons you definitely learned from. But as you push that wheel of karma, the wheel of fortune, that's pushing people in their dharma. So you got a lot of people that can't transcend. They have no plan. They have no way to attack you. They can't get into your energy at all. They can't. You've healed so much that you're on a whole nother field. You're not in the same game anymore. All right. So, but this still needs to be resolved from them, right? They need to experience their karma. So they might have the dark night of the soul and start pushing into resolving that for themselves. So you're going into your north node essentially and pushing these folks into their south nodes so that they can be reflective of their behavior. Kind of just like what you just pushed yourself out of. Does that make sense? It's a cycle. It's a wheel. It's a symbiotic relationship. It's the light and the dark, and why it's so beneficial to understand that duality so that you can navigate life understanding that we need a balance in that light and dark. But as we wake up others. We're a catalyst for growth and change. And it's not comfortable. It really sucks. But I promise you, the more people blowing up around you, the better job you're doing. And it looks like you don't even have to worry about that affecting you anymore, because your vibration is lifted, and now that spiritual reward has come back around, and you've gotten your vibe tribe, you're getting your kudos, and you're getting your day in the sun. Good job. Your spiritual inheritance is here. You don't have to worry about that. And fuck yeah, Nikel's all about it. Oh, my kid's calling. Hold on. All right, I'm back, and my kid has my e-bike, and I swear it's like giving a 13-year-old a car. It's like every time he calls me, I'm like, "Where are you?" So anyway, he was having trouble putting the battery in, but he's good to come home now. So where was I at? Oh yeah, Nikel. Nikel is here and just protecting your peace and all of this as other people start to get their dharma. You are protected from all that drama. It's not going to be in your it's going to be in your energy, but it's not something that's going to affect your forward movement, okay? All right. So let's see what's going on right here right now. We'll delve a little bit more into that subconscious. Oh, but I do want to say that I also pulled this card, the surprise card, and this is the second time I've gotten this. And there when I say that there's a spiritual inheritance in evolution and partaking in your mission and purpose on this planet of learning your dualities, self-healing, turning your pain into a superpower, and helping others push into that karma dharma cycle, right? As you evolve and answer the call, there is a spiritual inheritance in this, and Spirit says it's a big surprise. So just wait. You got something good headed your way, and I feel it coming quickly because I keep getting this. So it's in the near future. All right, hold on. Let's see what's going on right here, right now. I'll be right back. Okay, so 2025 is all about what? Ending cycles, right? And we got more confirmation on that right here with the World card. It just means that you are ending a cycle. And this is exactly what we've been talking about, right? Where we have assessed our trauma and pulled up done all the shadow work, or not all of it, dude. It's never going to end. There's always going to be more. And then there's going to be ancestral trauma, and then there's going to be past life trauma. We're always going to be like evolving, like, like indefinitely, but arriving at it ourselves, and then it just becomes second nature. After a while, when something makes you feel a certain kind of way, you start to get this kind of Queen of Swords energy, where you don't react from it anymore. You're quiet and you're contemplative, and you assess the situation. You understand that something is making you feel a certain way. It's a feeling, which is a guide for your behavior. Okay, so what is this feeling that I'm getting telling me? Where is the source of pain? Okay, where does that come from? Oh, I'm getting angry at somebody right now because I feel like I'm going to lose them. Okay, it comes from past abandonment issues. Okay, so we assess that pain. We don't have to react from it. We acknowledge it, right? And we give our self-love, and we reassure ourselves that that we're going to be okay, and we don't have to push people away, right? This is just an example that I'm being channeled right now. All right, for shadow work, right? We get that stoic nature, that kind of Sigma energy of just not reacting, gray rocking, and being self-reflective. It's intellect, it's mind. It's the mind. It's the power of the mind, of understanding that the downloads and the feelings that you get are there to guide you and your intuition in how to approach and act in situations, not react, okay, out of the subconscious. It's getting a hold of yourself, getting a handle on your shit, dude. It's adulting and growing up. And unfortunately, some of us have to do this later in life if we're not taught. Okay, if we're not taught this, and a lot of us aren't. Okay, I know I wasn't. All right, so we are ascending and growing and evolving, and we're vibing with our tribe, and we're working our way to the top. I got the 10th house here, which is the Devil and the World card. Hey, check it out, the World card appearing pretty much twice here. So the 10th house is, let me read this real quick. I'm doing the number one, like, internet no. I'm creating silence here, but you know what? We can handle that, right? All right. All right. You will get the recognition, fame, and success that you deserve. Good job, you baddies. This is what I'm talking about. This probably has a lot to do with that surprise, okay, that's coming at you, and that spiritual inheritance, all right? High achievement is written in your destiny, and you're the one that's making it happen, okay? All right. Now, I do pick up that there is something that's being resolved outside of your energy. This is coming through very strongly. Especially, I got the Emperor in reverse, and this is just, I'm picking up this is a masculine. There is a masculine energy outside of you right now that's just a bitch, really. In all honesty, I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but this is somebody with a lack of boundaries, with control issue. He lacks inspired action. He's lazy with lack mentality. And he just wants to come after you like it's his job. Like it's the only thing he's got going on in his life is to tear you down because he's got nothing better to do and nothing going on in his own life. Unfortunate mask. And this is a scary energy. The Emperor wannabe is scary. Okay? It's a child energy of somebody that will throw a fit and masterfully manipulate anything and everyone around you. It's not a cooperative energy, it's a war energy. Okay, and when I'm talking war energy, I'm mostly picking up on like that Aries energy of action, of feeling like you have to destroy someone else if you can't control them. It masquerades in love, but love is not warfare, guys. If you are in a relationship with somebody that feels like they have to tear you apart in order to elevate them, or if you're elevating that they have to tear you down, that is not love. That is control, and that is definitely a devilish, sick, sad, icky, devilish energy that has gotten into somebody, and it's really, really scary. You can't build with that energy. There's no respect. There's no cooperation. It is not anybody you can successfully be in a relationship with. Run. Okay? But I'm picking up that this guy is completely blocked. He can't even approach you if he tried to. I mean, Nickel is making sure of that. If he tried, he'd probably get a flat tire or get in an accident or something would happen. I'm telling you that you don't have to be concerned about this energy. And also the fact that you are just chilling in your 10th house energy, you know what I mean? Like working on your own successes and and achievements, and you know, hanging out with some other spiritual baddies and building and ascending in your own spiritual development, right? That badass energy, right? That divine power, which means you're divinely protected. But all of that is really lifting the veil on this stupid Emperor in reverse. Okay? The veil is a lot thinner now. You guys are... Transparency is everywhere. You can see people and their motives coming at you. And more people are waking up and understanding this. All right. I mean, it's all over the internet. You can't go anywhere without hearing educational like videos on just the manipulation tactics of people that are at a lower vibration. So we're all a little more educated, right? And that intellect is what's combating this fear and ignorance. All right. So you've elevated and shed light on this just for your own healing. Right. And so everybody can see this person for who they are. All right. There's a difference between transparency and truth, guys. A truthful person will tell you when you ask them certain questions, they'll tell you the truth. But when you ask, but a transparent person just, lives no lies and is completely open about everything, right? They're not hiding and lying by omission, right? There's no manipulation in this. And this Emperor in reverse, there is an Emperor in reverse being exposed around you right now. Okay, and that's what that Hangman energy was. You know, spirit definitely gives people time and signs and synchronicities and like all the support they need to wake up and make right choices and turn things around for themselves. But if they don't listen, then the divine will come in and do it for you, and there will be a tower. So I'm sensing that there is a lot of conflict and concern right now about your evolution as a person that's exposing things. And yeah, this Emperor in reverse is really being seen for who they are. Okay, let's see what the outcome is in the future if you stay on the path that you're on. But remember, you can change this shit. All right, be right back. All right, so I'm pretty convinced here that Spirit is just letting you know that things are being resolved around you right now as you're just doing your daily grind. Putting in all the effort and all your focus, all the pentacles that you planted are, rising, and you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. I've got work, labor, and effort. She's got a big harvest there. And then we've got some sixth house energy, which states right here that, whoop, I just had it. Things are changing for the better. You could get a new job, promotion, or a health improvement, maybe even a new pet. Either way, you should be feeling good. So the sixth house is all about everyday routines and actions and just being on the up and up, right? Tending to your spiritual hygiene, job, coworkers, daily routines, lifestyle habits, responsibility, duty, service, helpfulness, right? It's that more of that Six of Pentacles energy of getting that balancing out of what you're giving and receiving. Now, status, power, money, promotions, like success in life, you have to understand the balance of what the material success is, and that you have to give out as much as you get in, and you can't use it to control. You have to use it for the betterment. All right. And Spirit says, yeah, we know you can do this. So therefore you will be rewarded, you guys. And I'm serious here. That's probably more of this surprise energy coming in at you. All right. And we also got the Page of Swords, which is just a message of clarity. And I have a strong feeling that's about, you're going to be getting some news about this Emperor in reverse. And yeah, don't let it rock your day. You're protected from all that, but you will be seeing some resolve from your past harms. Now, I did pull some of this, which is definitely a time of grieving. Hey, any news is going to make you sad, even if your intuition has already told you what's going to happen. All right, even if you already know intuitively, when you get that confirmation, there's still gonna be that instant, like sadness over all of it when it really becomes reality, when it, once it hits. So go through that and, assign it where it needs to go so that it doesn't sink into the subconscious. Keep it in the light. Assign that meaning so that you can then therefore take all of that and continue to use it to help the greater collective through the throat chakra and the heart chakra, right? Of acceptance of the duality of the light and the dark, that we need both, right? Because it made you who you are, a badass being of light that's evolving and growing. You guys, growth, change is inevitable. Everything is changing constantly, but evolution, personal evolution of the self, is a choice. All right? So you have a choice. You can stay in victim mode, use it as an excuse to be sad and miserable and lower your vibration, or you can use it for self-empowerment and you know, put that cape on, right? And the collective that I'm talking to is well versed in this. You know what you're doing. You know where you're going, baby. And you're shining bright. I'm super proud of you. So let's keep this going. Remember, guys, that we are all suffering the human condition together. So be kind to yourself, but be kinder to those around you. Love and light.